So you guys should know that I'm like a capable woman. Like I can like build you a deck. I'm in the process of doing that. I can make you a homemade pizza dough. I can do all kinds of things. And so when I found out I was pregnant the first time, I was like, oh, this is terrifying. But I got this. I can do it. I can do like anything. I'm a badass. So unfortunately, my husband was more terrified than I was. It was a surprise. So the bigger surprise came at 20 weeks when we went for our anatomy scan. And we're like, okay, are we gonna have a girl or a boy? Like, we're so excited. And the tech puts the ultrasound wand on my belly and the room goes silent. And I'm like, is that what I think it was? Because it looked like two babies spooning in there. And the ultrasound tech says, did you guys not know you were having twins? So clearly we didn't. It was a very quiet ride home. I'm actually not going to tell their birth story because it was really difficult. It was really traumatic. It was a scheduled cesarean. I felt like I didn't have a lot of choice. It was really, they were preemies. We had a NICU stay. We had a disastrous breastfeeding experience. So fast forward 4 years and we find out we're pregnant again. So I tell my husband, I got up first thing in the morning. Actually, my brother-in-law was visiting us and I was like, I can't wake him up. I gotta just go pee quietly. So we go pee, I go pee and then the test is positive and come back and I say, honey, we're bringing another baby. Let's really hope it's just one this time. And he goes, all right, great. And he rolls over and goes back to sleep. So I decided though, by this point I was a doula. I was a childbirth educator. I had been through the ringer with lactation, so I felt like I knew everything, which is always a fatal error. But I was like, we're gonna VBAC it this time. We're having a VBAC. And not just that, our local hospital sucks. We were in Maine, in the middle of nowhere, and our local hospital sucks, and they say they do VBACs, but they have a success rate of approximately 0. So I decided we're gonna have a home birth. Let's do it. All right, so we found these amazing home birth midwives, Dr. Sarah and Dr. Josie. I'll never forget them. They were so nerdy, and my husband loved them instantly because they were so nerdy. They were amazing. They knew all the research. We're both research nerds, so it was great. And we hired a doula, our doula Leah. She was amazing. And we had a videographer. We had this woman in the Moon Films out of Belfast, Maine. She came and videoed our births. We had this house full of women. It was amazing. I went into labor, I thought, and I was like, okay, all right, getting these contractions. I had never had contractions before because I had a scheduled C-section. So I'm having these contractions, I'm sitting on my birth ball, watching Game of Thrones, timing my contractions, okay, this is good. For 3 days, 4 days. Good thing they were not terribly painful. I was very thankful for that. But I remember like, my mom kept calling and she's like, should I come? I gotta take the twins while you're in labor. She was gonna take them to a hotel and they were gonna have a mini vacation. And you know, and I kept being like, no, don't come. This baby is literally never coming. They told me he's gonna weigh 11 pounds. He's just a beast, he's staying in there forever. And I'd be like, it's like an elephant pregnancy. And so I'm like at the grocery store and people are like, oh, when are you due? And I would be like, tomorrow. Yesterday. I'm in labor now. And then immediately people are like, oh my God, are you? I'm like, it's gonna be a while. So it's March, it's mud season in Maine. My mother comes up, she's like, I'm just gonna come. I'm just, you know, after work, she worked in Boston, she was just gonna come on up to me. And she gets there, and 15 minutes after she gets there, it's 11:45 at night, 15 minutes we're all tucked up into bed, and I feel this little, it feels literally like the baby just went bing on the inside of my belly. And I was like, I jumped out of bed, I was like, oh my gosh. And it was like a waterfall coming out of my vagina. It was ridiculous. And I like ran as fast as a 9-month pregnant woman can run to the bathroom because I was like, I don't want to clean this up. So I get to the bathroom and instantly, and you know they say a little bit of medical knowledge is a dangerous thing. My husband was a med student at the time. And so I had this huge water break. I knew the baby hadn't engaged, and you know, because I had been poking him ceaselessly. And this huge gush of water, and it's brown. And I was like, oh shit, literally. There's meconium there. And then I didn't feel him move. And instantly my brain was like, cord prolapse, cord prolapse. So I called the midwives and they're like, Liz, we're coming, but Liz, calm down. And so they get there, they put the fetoscope, they're like, okay, he's good, baby's very happy. Meconium's old, it's like, he's fine, we're just gonna keep an eye on you, okay? So this is like the middle of the night, it's 1 in the morning. And I'm like, okay, I did my hypnobirthing. I'm a hypnobirthing instructor. I'm gonna be so quiet, like those ladies in the video. I'm gonna be like Zen mom. And my husband is like, have you met you? Because that's not how you work. And so I'm making noise, but it's, you know, it's kind of light. And then, you know, the kids get up in the morning and my mom gets up and we're hanging out, nothing much is happening, and my husband is like, Diane, you gotta take the kids. You guys gotta go, Liz is in hostess mode. And I was, and so after they left, we're okay, I put on my mud boots, it's mud season, we're walking around. We lived right by the Kennebec River, so I'm literally, it was like in one of those birth videos where there's like Russian women and dolphins swimming by. I'm like in the yard in my underwear and my bathrobe and my mud boots and slogging through the mud, and there's like bald eagles circling overhead, and it was majestic. And I'm in it, at this point I'm in it, and the midwives call and they're like, okay, do you need us to come back? And I'm like, no, I think I'm good, I think I got this. And my husband literally grabs the phone out of my hand and he's like, she's faking! That is her phone voice. You guys need to get here. I have a phone voice. And I'm a good faker. So they get there and they're like, okay, you got it, you got it. And they made me do stair lunges for like an hour. If any of you have ever done this, I was like, I never hated anyone more than I hated Dr. Sarah and Dr. Josie. But, oh, I'm sorry. So anyways, it was a long birth, but it was amazing. It was very healing after my VBAC. And thank you very much for listening.
You're awesome. I like you very much. I'm super excited that you are going to be starting.
We're going to be starting Delivered, a Birth Story Slam, the Cape Cod chapter.
Yes, you are the kind of person who started that. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. It's great to meet you.